This is Tank's Vlog for November 2nd, 2017, wrapping up the day in sports. With the World Series now over, the focus turns to the NFL and college football. And on Thursday night, the Buffalo Bills had a chance to hit the midway point in the NFL season in first place in the AFC East. Well, came a time that when this happened, the Buffalo Bills would be expected to win. Because at one time, nobody circled the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. But that was long ago. And it's 2017. And this day and age, nobody lets loose the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Din 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 din. Din 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 din. Ah, din 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 din. Yes, that's right. The New York Jets continue to confound their fans and win games. You can see them in the draft going dee 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 dee. With the 13th pick, the New York Jets select some nameless nose tackle out of Mississippi. A nameless nose tackle out of Mississippi. Just a bad game by the Buffalo Bills. They put up a couple late points to make the final score 34-21. But that was just cosmetic because this was a blowout. Make no mistake, the Jets took the Bills to the woodshed. And things were so bad for the Bills, George O'Leary with an embarrassing fumble. Jack Nicklaus called and said that he is not my grandson. It's untrue. Nick O'Leary just happens to be the grandson of Gary Player. And then he backed into the bushes. And speaking of football, oh, Houston. As you celebrate your first World Series championship, your football team just can't catch a break. Injuries to the defense has turned their defense into a sieve, but one player's kept him in it, and that's Deshaun Watson. And today in practice, Deshaun Watson pops his ACL. It's back to Tom Savage. Word is they're going to work out Colin Kaepernick. I guess that's going to get McNair back in the good graces of his players. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. With the end of the season in baseball, it's also time to focus on basketball, hockey. Thursday night's typically the national TV night on TNT, so there's not many games, but there are always sometimes some of the biggest marquee matchups. That was no more true than today in San Antonio, where the Warriors took on the Spurs. Warriors, who were looking a little shaky over the weekend, have put together back-to-back impressive wins, going into San Antonio and winning by 20 points. Kevin Durant had a big game to outdo LaMarcus Aldridge. And the other game in the NBA TNT doubleheader, the Blazers edged the Los Angeles Lakers. NHL, Rangers look like they're finally getting things together. They had a nice overtime win today over the Lightning in Tampa. Golden Knights look like they've hit a wall. They've lost their third straight in Boston. A rough road trip. Capitals beat the Islanders. Senators beat the Wings. Flyers shut out the Blues. Wild doubled up the Canadiens. Jets are playing well at 5-2. Avalanche playing solid hockey. Vermalov had 57 saves in a 5-3 win over the Carolina Hurricanes. The Flames melted down the Penguins. The Sabres beat the Coyotes. That's just a little bit of the action in the NHL on the first Thursday in November. Our 3 stars today are Carl Newvert of the Flyers, who got a 33 save shutout over the Blues. Mark Shuffle of the Winnipeg Jets, who had a hat trick against the Dallas Stars. And Matt Forte of the New York Jets, who had a pair of touchdowns in their win over the Bills. Birthday shutout today goes to the most famous unemployed NFL player, Colin Kaepernick, who turns 30. I'd just love to see if the Texans don't sign him. I think that would be hilarious. Because it always seems like he deliberately sinks his own chances by saying something. See, people think it's just about the kneeling with him. It's not. It's not. There's a lot more that Colin Kaepernick has done besides kneeling. There's other players that have knelt. But Colin Kaepernick took it to a different level. And that's why nobody wants to sign him. He will be a huge distraction. And just look what he's done to the 49ers. He ripped that franchise apart. He had a chance to be the franchise quarterback, took him to a Super Bowl, but when he stopped working, when he started getting distracted, that team went down the skids fast. And there are other things causing it, but he's been a major culprit. Other birthday shutouts go to Larry Holmes, who turned 68, and Phil Simms, who turned 62. And we take a look back at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia at the Boston Patriots getting help from a fan to beat the Dallas Texans. Tradition, tradition, da 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 da. Tradition, tradition, da 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 da. Tradition, tradition. Yes, that's right, it's a tradition. And it goes back all the way to 1961. Good day.